Today, I'm in Mallala on the Adelaide Plains to visit Brad Griffiths, who grows lentils and lots of them. Now, I know nothing about how lentils grow, so I can't wait to learn more. Let's go meet him and check out his property. So, Brad, beautiful property you've got here. Tell us a little bit more about growing lentils and what it takes to make sure you get a nice crop.
The lentils are a bit of a finicky crop. They're sown in May, generally. We need good rains throughout the year and then a nice, cool, dry finish to let them ripen perfectly.
With the lentils, how important is getting that soil right? Like, how much time do you spend putting effort into soil to get that up and ready to go for planting?
There's a lot of soil constraints that lentils can have. They don't like the real heavy sort of country, especially in this area. It's not a huge rainfall area, so the more loamier, lighter sort of country seems to suit the lentils better. And generally we're a winter-dominant rainfall area, so we don't have the big spring rainfalls that can also damage the lentils.
So when you're harvesting the lentils, is that the most important time, getting them off the ground into the shed as quickly as possible? Is that the...
Yeah, obviously, it's a timely fashion. The longer they're out in the field, they run the risk of getting blown off the crop from windy conditions. Rainfall can affect the quality. And also, just getting them into the shed, you know they're safe. Like, once they're sitting out in the paddock, they're at the mercy of the Mother Nature.
I love cooking with lentils. We're seeing them in loads more recipes. So thank you for all the hard work you do growing them, and thanks for showing us around. It's been a great day.
Thanks very much.
I'm constantly inspired by the amazing produce that our Aussie farmers grow for us to eat. Things like the humble lentil is something that I definitely took for granted in the past, but being able to see lentils grow and how much effort it takes to grow them has inspired me to cook this dish and to send a big thanks out to those farmers who grow some of the less glamorous ingredients out there. We're gonna make a lentil and cauliflower soup today, a little bit of yogurt to finish it off, a really nice summery soup that you can cook really quickly for an easy dinner, and it would even go really well served cold. So the first thing we're gonna do is get our pot onto the heat and add a drizzle of our extra virgin olive oil. And into that, we're gonna add in a diced onion. We just wanna fry this up to start building the base flavors for our soup. Little pinch of salt to go in there with it. A little bit of garlic to, again, build that base flavor of our soup. I mean, garlic and onion should be the base to almost every soup. It's just the perfect combination. Straight into our pot. Now, I've got some cumin, which goes really well with both cauliflower and lentils. We're gonna add that in, whole seeds this time, because we're gonna toast them off and we're gonna kind of hydrate them in the stock when we add that in. You could definitely use cumin powder as well, but I like the little pops you get from the occasional bite of cumin seed. Now for our collie, and all I'm gonna do with this is just kind of slice down into centimetre pieces. We're almost gonna dice it and go the other way across it, just so it'll fit on our spoon when eating the soup. That looks pretty good. So we can now go in with our collie and start giving this a little fry off as well. This is a great soup base for other vegetables. If you had a head of broccoli you wanted to use up, or some celery and carrots, you make it a bit more of a veggie soup. And what I love about using the lentils is it bulks it out and gives it a really nice extra depth of flavour and extra texture. We just want to give this a fry off for 30 seconds. While that happens, we're going to go in with some black pepper. A good crack of black pepper in there. Give this a little stir through. And now for our stock. We're going to keep this veggie, so vegetable stock. If you had chicken stock, you wanted to add that in, that would work fine as well. If you just wanted to add water, also not a problem. We're gonna go a whole litre of stock for this amount of veggies and 2 tins of our lentils. Now what I wanna do is cook this for about 5 to 10 minutes until that cauliflower has just cooked. And what I mean by just cooked is it's still got some texture, but it's not hard and crunchy. Then we're gonna come back, add our lentils in, and I'll show you how to finish this soup up. We're eating soup very soon. Our soup has been cooking now for about 8 minutes. The cauliflower has just softened, so now it's time to go in with our lentils. And these guys will take about 2 minutes to heat through. So 2 tins of lentils, and then we're gonna add loads of parsley. Half a bunch, we're gonna chop the whole thing, leaves through to stem. Just slicing it, we don't wanna chop it up too fine. The stem is gonna add really nice little pops of texture into our dish. Right at the base, if it gets super woody, we can just throw that bit out. And then all that parsley into our soup, which we can now turn off. Give it a good stir. And that's our soup done. Nice bowl to plate up with. And you want to make sure you get a little bit of everything in your bowl. Lentils, cauliflower, the broth, and then loads of that parsley just to add that nice freshness. Going to finish it off with a couple of things. A few extra twists of black pepper, a little extra pinch of salt, and then I've got some Greek yogurt here. A spoon of that on top. Just add that creaminess, that nice lactic flavour. And then for the pepperiness, that little bit of fat, a good drizzle of our extra virgin olive oil over the top. And there you have it. A very simple soup, packed full of loads of flavour and texture. That is my lentil and cauliflower soup finished with Greek yogurt. For these recipes and loads of others, check out farmtofork.com.au. Follow us on social media and we'll see you guys very soon.